show.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll. On the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is that time of the night where we have to do what we have to do. And it's a lot of news. You know, I'm guilty of something, Emily, and I hope I will be able to do without anyone seeing exactly what I'm doing. But greetings to you and then everyone else. I'm trying to embed the videos that you sent me.
Okay.
For some weird reasons, they are lost somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them, and I cannot retrieve. But it's all good. Greetings.
No, maybe you should. Are they not there?
Yeah, they are lost somewhere. Let me go to... Yeah, they are lost somewhere, but greetings. As we are
everyone.
Busy, please press that like button. As we are trying to get some of these videos, which it's not going to take long. I don't know whether it is full that it couldn't save them. It's 2 of them, right?
Yeah, it's just 2 videos.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that we also get a picture of Mr. Lee, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's here. It's here.
Oh, Mr. Lee. Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us here again for another video, another live stream. Yes, it's been a while. Thank you so much for joining us. Now today, there's 2 interesting topics that we wanted to discuss, Mr. Anonymous, eh? The first one being the Chinese lady. Her name is Nancy. She says, call me Nancy. But her surname is XIAO. She had an explosive moment in court because her mother was convicted as one of the accused that were standing and being accused of the crimes of Onje. YouTube doesn't allow us to say the word, and in fact I had planned for this topic to be more towards the end of the live because I wanted us to first discuss Julius Malema. The last live stream we did on Mzansi Reality, we were very highly critical of Julius Malema and how he was addressing General Mkhwanazi and stuff, because it just felt like he was scolding him like a schoolboy or something, and it wasn't nice to hear. It wasn't nice to hear. So today the approach was different. There is a recording of him calling order to the ad hoc committee and how they've decided to go about things. And a lot of us, our minds are changed after hearing that the commission of inquiry is not binding. So, Mr. Anonymous, we wanted to talk about that as well.
Let's hear the video. Let's hear the video. I hope that it will not disappoint me.
All right.
Thank you, Chairperson and colleagues. I should put it on record that it becomes very clear as we proceed that certain people don't want Mkhwanazi to appear before this committee. And they use all manner of excuses to make sure that he doesn't appear before this committee. Others even sing the loudest in a pretentious way as if they are his number 1 defense force. But deep down, they don't want him to appear before this committee. That's why you can't even revoke sanctioning him, because if it doesn't come, the better. Some of you forget how this committee came about. and many of you opposed the existence of such a committee. And now, because of whatever reason this committee is here, you start finding a way of juniorizing it. What does our committee have to do with the Commission of Inquiry, which is toothless? It's not binding. It can't bite. Why did we put those things in terms of in the terms of reference that we can subpoena a person? There was someone's wife who appeared before one of the committees here, and the husband is here. When she asked for postponement or for this or that, everything else was rejected because there was huge interest on her. And she was reminded that we can even proceed without you. But because you don't have interest, you pretend like you have interest, and you create an impression that Julius has got something to hide. How can I have something to hide when I say someone must come before the committee? You must decide what you want. You must decide whether you want Mkhwanazi before the committee or you don't want Mkhwanazi before the committee. And if you want Mkhwanazi before the committee, in the terms of reference, there are mechanisms to get Mkhwanazi into the committee. Mkhwanazi told you, I'm not coming to you, even before there was an actual date of the commission. That's how junior you are. And you want us to participate in a committee like this that has been juniorized? There is some senior committee called a commission. We're being juniorized. You have turned this committee into a toothless body. It is going to be the most useless body. I'm not even sure if some of us can continue participating in such a committee that agrees on something and do something else. Mkhwanazi, subpoena does not mean Mkhwanazi is wrong. If you don't know English, it's none of my problems. It's none of my baby to feed Malta Bella. Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed because what Mkhwanazi said is important and cannot be postponed for a day. It's very urgent. But all of a sudden, even if Mkhwanazi becomes the last, that's fine. We can look at other people. Why? Because you don't want the truth. And you create an impression that you want the truth. You don't want the truth. I am here to seek the truth. That's why I'm saying Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed. Mkhwanazi must come. We have nothing to do with the commission. We can never use a material of the commission in our committee. Mkhwanazi must write an affidavit directed to our chairperson, and that becomes a document of our committee. Any other thing is a hearsay. We don't want that. We want that which has been said to us by Mkhwanazi and the rest of them. I don't know what you're doing with Deputy Minister Cyril. To show that you want to make this thing useless, you have put in deputy ministers with no powers. I don't know what they're going to tell you. I don't know what you want to get from those people. You are getting deputy ministers because you want to render this committee useless. That's what you're doing. And we don't agree with any of the proposals. We don't change any terms of reference. We want Mkhwanazi as number one. If you can't get him through Lavi-Davi approach, subpoenaing, we are not doing anything outside the terms of reference. And then how can a person who started the allegations be the last one to testify? What are you going to use? With due respect, Honorable Bredenbach, we cannot use what has been said on TV. We cannot use that. We can use what is in the affidavit, and that affidavit must have an oath. So who are you going to question based on what? What is before you? We need something before us. And the person who can give that is Mkhwanazi. He has to come. Even if it means stopping half the way to go and appear into the commission, finish, come back, that's fine. But he has to come to us. Without Mkhwanazi, we are toothless, we are useless, we don't know what we're talking about. Someone is alleging here. You go and ask someone else, or Baru, you did 1, 2, 3. Or go and ask the person who said, I did that, and give you a proof. They say Sibia has stolen or taken the dockets. That's one of the allegations. Of course, we know the dockets have been returned or whatever the case might be. We are going to go to Sibia and say to Sibia, where are the dockets? I never took any dockets. Bruno, what do you mean? He says, go to the person who says, I stole the dockets to give you evidence that I took the dockets. It doesn't work like that. As an advocate, Honorable Bredenbach, you know that. It doesn't work like that. There has to be a person who makes the allegations. We have to test the allegations. We have to test the evidence of the allegations. On the basis of that, summon people, because we now have something that gives us at least a prima facie to can engage these people. I rest my case.
Right. Here you had Malema doing the right thing, right? Now, last time we criticized him,
Yes.
which I think was warranted. He was wrong. The approach was wrong.
Yes.
Now is
He
better
was breathing
advised.
fire at the wrong direction.
Now is better advised. I think he has taken time to actually reflect on himself and come back and project properly.
Yes.
So now he's projecting properly. Because we cannot shy away from the fact that obviously ANC is in this case found wondering, in a sense that these are comrades that we are talking about, and we have seen the behavior of this party when it comes to comradeship.
Yeah.
So we cannot ignore that. But
Yeah, boss.
initially, Malema appeared as if he was attacking Mkhwanazi, which was absolutely wrong and unwarranted. These parallel, what we call these parallel sittings, in my opinion, I don't think they should be happening. It's true what he's submitting today.
Yes.
It is true. What he's projecting is projecting correct. If you ask me, I would say he's actually talking to ANC and the GNU at large, which is correct. He's holding them accountable,
Yes.
which is correct. We can never say he's out of line here. When I listened to it with Emily, and Emily, he was, I must say, I'm sorry, Emily, that
pushing for a subpoena, for him to be subpoenaed.
yes,
I had a problem with that.
you had problem with that.
Yes.
And I must say this is correct. It's within it's within the things that they drafted. That if the nice way of approaching the situation fails, then they must push for subpoena. Then maybe the implication of subpoena are much more higher than just the approach that the commission will actually use. He's basically, in my opinion, finding ways to say that let us rise above the commission that is sitting, that is not binding, that at some point is going to be hearing things in a secret room. Let us rise above that. We are a parliament that needs to go and report to people. This commission, in a sense, can be attributed to one person, and that is the president.
Yes.
It is in the interest of the president. So why should then the interest of the president supersede the interest of the people? Correctly so. You know, we cannot run away from that.
That is
That
true.
is factual. In fact,
Especially
this
after
parallel
hearing that
sitting
it's
was
not
not even
binding.
supposed to happen, considering that we have an ad hoc committee that is actually doing the very same thing. You know, if then people were looking to actually have maybe their own report as such as president, they should have asked on that ad hoc committee to add this team. The sitting should have been in one sitting, more especially when it comes to this. I think the amicable solution was that they must sit together using one affidavit that is binding on both sides, sit together, listen to this testimony that Mkhwanazi is going to bring. Okay, right? So that they can have also a guideline of how they are going to approach their own situation. They have one person of the interest who's actually who should on both sides be an initial person. So the sitting should have been made or been like combined for time being, and then they share Mkhwanazi. Then they allocate maybe days where the commission starts questioning Mkhwanazi, they finish. As they finish, they are also drafting also their question based on that. And then they do follow-up questions with an ad hoc committee. And then they have something that they're going to go back and hold these people accountable with.
That's the best recommendation.
So this
That's
situation
honestly the best
of
one that can work instead of this tussle and tussle
of tussling,
the
yes.
ad hoc committee and
because
the
now we
commission.
have a situation that was unwarranted. This parallel sitting, that is something that was not actually supposed to happen. It was, if you ask me, it creates the loophole that we were talking about. If you look at how maybe the power that ad hoc committee has compared to this not binding commission, I don't agree with the sittings happening, not in court, sitting happening outside. But I would rather have the ad hoc take over this.
Why?
Because the ad hoc is parliament. The commission is just a mere commission that is not binding. And we've seen what this commission have done. Nothing, absolutely nothing. In fact, the commission has a way of swaying the truth. Take, for example, the same so-called praised commission of Zondo. When, I forgot the name of this guy, was testifying about some company. What is that company's name?
Glencore.
It was shut down.
It's Brian Molefe.
And the other guy also talked about it.
Is it Tom Moyan or was it Matsila Kuku?
I think it's Matsila Kuku. They talked about these things.
They did.
Only to find out later that actually at some point other countries would rise to that thing, and they've opened cases against this company. But in our own expensive commission, such utterances were made, but they were shut down. So these commissions
and we
are driven.
We already heard with the last video that we did and covered with the news coming from News 24 that actually some witnesses are going to be done, or their evidence will be shared in secret. It's not going to be for public consumption with some witnesses.
Exactly, which is going to distort how we perceive the situation.
Yes.
Because these people then have power then to shut down things and then come back. Next thing you hear something else, then you have a certain perception. While on the other side, this ad hoc committee has not committed to such. They are going to air everything.
Yes.
That's how they are going to deal with the situation. They did air out everything, and it ended up also with it going to trial. Okay, but they did manage to get whatever they could get out of that Thabo Bester situation. The question of whether the ad hoc committee findings, are they binding or not? They are, in a sense, binding to Parliament,
yes.
Causing an action. Do you understand?
Yes.
Unlike these ones where we are sitting at liberty of someone.
Ad hoc is going to end up in court.
Yes.
Everything they deal with.
Unlike these ones, the commission is based on how a president wakes up and feel. If the president feels that this thing is nothing, one person can decide.
Just like Mandela with the TRC felt like everyone who was sharing whatever they were sharing, they should be forgiven. Even if they committed the worst crimes against humanity, just because they came to the TRC, they deserve to be forgiven. What did they call it? Amnesty or something like that.
Yes, this commission have a way of cleansing.
Yes, they wash.
They wash the situation, and then they make you forget about it.
And then the people become integrated back into society without thorough investigations being conducted. They just move on like nothing happened.
It is very disturbing the how we are now in this situation, and we found chairperson, we find these people whom we are questioning chairing the very same meetings. It is disturbing, it must be said. This arrangement of the so-called democracy, this is where it's found wandering, because it lacks accountability under the name of democracy.
Yes, it does.
It just doesn't have accountability at all. How can a person who's actually looked at as a wizard, for example, as a person who creates problem coming from the same surname, how can then that person come and just have a sober and unbiased logic when it comes to solving the same problem that is caused by the so-called brother?
This made me sad when it first happened and they were nominating chairs, because you can see what's going on. I mean, it's right there in our faces. This person is from the ANC,
The chair of the ad hoc committee.
Yes.
And you can hear the unwillingness that, in my opinion, I felt from the chair. Mm-hmm. The I would let go of everything. Can you imagine? Yeah,
yes,
there is that easiness. Because how can you differ with your comrades from the other side of the commission? How can you differ with them if they say, comrade, the strategic way is to actually allow this person to come? I do not understand how a commission that was almost dead, not clear on the day when they are going to start, right? Mm-hmm. Because of the situation, how does it come back and have powers to actually take Mkhwanazi first?
Because there was uncertainty. They said it is stopped indefinitely.
Exactly, such words were used.
Yes, they said indefinitely. There was no guaranteed date of when they were going to start. And then later they come in and say they're going to start on the 17th. But the ad hoc committee was
ready.
They were ready.
From where I stand, they were ready. There were no hiccups. Hiccups were dealt with.
By now.
And then all of a sudden, they are found behind the commission that was not even clear when they are going to start. How did that happen?
Well, there's footage of Soviet Lekhanyani. It's not even Khanyago, my apologies, Lekhanyani. There's a footage of him explaining of how they were going to let General Mkhwanazi not avail.
And then with regard...
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
To not avail himself. They are agreeing that they are not going to subpoena him. Apparently, this happened on the 5th of September. This was Friday, that they had come to an agreement that they would not be subpoenaing him, and it's okay. And I found out today on the news that it still remains that they do not want to subpoena him. But here's the footage coming from his mouth.
And I think one must say it. You see, in politics, a dirty game. Politics is a dirty game.
Yes, it is.
Abanye baze bethi umdlalo welokhuzana. Umdlalo wamaqoki. The position they've taken, because of how Malema approached the situation at first, and I want to clarify that part, it now created this loophole of saying that, or of sounding like people are defending Mkhwanazi. And he's correct in pointing that out. But also he must be correct to rectify himself also to say that, should I have approached this thing like this at the first place, perhaps the outcome would be different.
Yes. You were blaming the wrong person.
Exactly.
you were supposed to breathe all of this fire in the very same ad hoc committee and the commission of inquiry.
Because you cannot shy away from, I'm sorry, Emil, you cannot shy away from the fact that the attack was on Mkhwanazi on that video. Even talking about how he was showing guns and all those, mocking him.
Yes.
That's what made people to leap on defense. And then your enemies went along with that. Now the position that the chairperson is taking is now such that we must be soft because this person did not refuse. It's like they set you up and then you accept it. That's setting up. Umdlalo wamaqoki lo. You understand? You must make sure of every move that you make, it is divorced from the emotions. So if you were trying to say what you are saying now, it didn't come out like that. It didn't come out like that.
The first time it didn't come out like this. No, it did not. And I hear people are
saying, now
we trust the CIC.
No.
Hey, Tina, we can't just trust it.
So, I'm not gonna trust any politician.
We question everything.
I will affiliate myself with someone who is showing the signs that, okay, even though I'm Tagari, for example, I can still produce some of the things, which is, it's fair. For me, that's fair because we can never get at this perfect person. It seems as if under this democracy, you align yourself with a person who, no matter around here, things are happening.
Yes.
I mean, we are in a situation now where you cannot say that, right? Exactly.
I'm still in my feelings about him rejecting David Skosana's nomination to be the chair. I feel like things perhaps...
He made an example of his wife, is Skosana's wife.
I don't know.
Yeah, the person that there was a woman here who's someone's wife, and that person is here.
It's probably him.
Yeah, so I think that is Mkhwanazi, who was treated brutally by these chairpersons of the ANC. One must...
it was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Now, they're still coming for her. So taking away her pension was not enough. Now they're saying they're going to charge her with perjury or something like that. I couldn't watch that whole fiasco. It was too painful to watch.
They can be brutal. Then they know who to bring. When they're going to be, and then after that they shut you down. That person disappears from the scene.
Yes.
In my opinion, that's my opinion. But do you understand where these things are coming from? Now we understand Malema from this position. I fully understand him on this position, and I align with him in this position.
Yes.
I cannot differ.
I also can't take it away from him. He's hitting the right spots. He's
Exactly.
talking and addressing the right committee, the right people. He's not now isolating someone who's supposed to facilitate the process and making it seem like they have control of the situation when they don't. The people that have control over the situation,
they've created the mess.
yes, they are the ones who have created this whole shenanigans that are happening. It's not Mkhwanazi, honestly speaking. So he's just following process. So ubizwa ngapha nangapha, and the people that got to him first, unfortunately, are the ones that are from the Commission of Inquiry. They are the ones who got him to him first. The ad hoc committee now it's finding itself in this position, and one can wonder if it wasn't by design. And I'm just asking.
It feels like that. It feels like that, and that's how Malema is feeling also. Yes, let's listen to the chairperson of the ad hoc.
And then with regard to the response that we got from General Mkhwanazi, is that he requested the committee to allow him to continue with other engagement that he is already in with the commission until the 24th of September. That is the period that he may be available to come and appear before the committee anytime from the 25th of September, because after we received his request, we also made a follow-up to understand what does the 24th of September mean? Does it mean that that is the date in which he will be available to appear before the committee? Or does it mean he will only be available after that date? So as it stands now, all those witnesses that have been invited, and then with regard to the response that we got from General Mkhwanazi, is that
Yeah. So here's a chairperson who seemingly has acceded to this commission's position. In my opinion, it seems as if it's clear and there's no dispute.
There's a sense
now there's this appearing that is purporting itself as a defense, if you ask me. And it now creates, emanating from the position that Julius initially took, if you ask me. But I feel like he just fell through on that trap. That's my feeling.
Because this, considering that he
It's
said
a
this on
smooth
Friday,
sailing, yes.
and then Malema responded on Friday,
Yes.
in his emotions and his feelings, and they made it seem like General Mkhwanazi is the one who is responsible for him being booked at the commission instead of ad hoc committee first. They made it seem like everything is in his control. And by the way, Mkhwanazi had said and mitigated before in the past that he did not ask for a commission.
No, he didn't. He didn't. All that Mkhwanazi wanted was to actually gain what he lost in terms of the power. I mean, if someone comes and takes the dockets that we are working on, that
Puts your whole
could
entire
amount to
team.
criminality. That you are also folding your arms and you are saying, okay, let me start afresh. Let me start chasing Ikewengs Asenand and forget about these big fishes. You know, that's
and besides that, the political killings task team was the one working on these dockets.
Yes.
So they took everything away and they say we're disbanding this. So what were they supposed to do? They were not supposed to work anymore, fold their arms and relax.
They were supposed to disappear. That's a position apparently that was taken to say that they are not going to exist at all. So if you ask me, Malema is correct in saying that the ad hoc committee has been rendered useless.
It has.
And by accepting this situation, if they accept it and they accede to it, they're like, okay, that's fine. We will wait for the so-called commission. They will be useless. In fact, they will be walking in the dark. Because how can you then decide to lead? How can you ask questions while you do not have anything that creates that platform for you to actually lead, or evidence in chief, as they would say?
To have a whole thing going or the ball rolling, you need to have he who alleges.
They must, yes.
Yes, he who alleges.
Yes,
must
that's
be
why the state
one.
is always the first person to. It's like saying, "Oh, stand up and defend yourself."
And then he says, I
It's
never
like
took
dance,
dockets.
stand up, defend yourself.
From
and then
what?
the state will come and introduce themselves and introduce the reason why you are here. I mean, starting from the end. How can you start from the end? I mean, only the states in census case is able to run the case from the end to the front, in my opinion.
Maybe that's why we are a bit confused because at some point I was thinking, why don't they start with the Minister of Police?
There is no way they can start with them. He's supposed
can't.
to answer.
He has to respond
Oh,
to
you're
the
supposed to
allegations
answer.
that are
What will
against
you be answering to?
because of that case. I'm thinking they can just riff-raff and start wherever they want.
No, they can't. Only in that court where things can go reverse-wise and people get confused.
Yeah, it's true though. With the ad hoc committee, definitely Mkhwanazi must be the first witness to come and testify because he's the one who alleges. And I don't know how they're going to work this out because putting a subpoena as well. How is it going to work?
I can tell you the chairperson who accolates or I want to start, we are going to start. And that's a position that I've seen before. Even with Mkhwanazi, the position was such that we are going to continue. Even if Malema and EFF at large excuses themselves, basically they are going to continue.
Yes.
Which is in a sense butchering in the process happening. By the time Mkhwanazi comes, everything will be butchered already. So one can say ad hoc has been nullified.
And already, because the ANC is having, some would say, more of a say in this ad hoc committee, it's almost like they're in favor of the commission. They are letting them and the commission have a smooth process. You know, there's the one would wonder if they did ask the commission that we need Mkhwanazi to be the first one to appear. Like
you
it's
can't,
feeling the fluidity of
you can't
together.
You can't overrule the sitting president of the ANC. Forget about the president of the country. You can overrule the sitting president of the ANC. The sitting president has announced that there's going to be a commission that's going to deal with this situation and submit to him. Now, you cannot now go and sit and dispute that in favor of the ad hoc committee because that will be going against the leadership. And one way or another, then will be disciplined.
And also remember that they no longer have the majority, voting wise.
It doesn't even have to go to that position. I'm saying at a party level, the president of the party has pronounced that here is a directive. This is where the party is going. Forget about the ruling party because this is where we are going. So, and the direction has been taken. You cannot tell me that you have a lawyer sitting in that ad hoc when it comes to now government from GNU, from DA, right? Is it Breitenbach?
Yeah, Breitenbach.
Yes, you have a lawyer sitting is allowing that mediocrity to happen, to say that, okay, it's fine, we can start with anyone. And tell me that there's no caucus there.
That is very strange. It is strange.
You know, like to me, even Malema submitted that you are from the law for
she was a prosecutor at the Pretoria High Court.
Yes. How are you going to Malema is not a lawyer.
No.
But what he's submitting is actually in line with law.
He who alleges.
Breitenbach is sitting there.
The one who starts the
He's
process.
saying we need to continue. We need to continue. I mean, honestly speaking, and then you tell me that there is no caucus happening behind.
GNU.
You know, at the party level and also at the government level, I think, in my opinion, as a citizen, that there has been a proper caucus. And there has been some trades at some point, if you ask me, in my own opinion, to say that, okay, give us this, we'll give you that. Obviously, these other ones of Blue Nation, they don't just accede to requests without asking for proper favors. They don't just accept. So, from where I stand,
A lot of things are strange. And already you can tell where this is going.
from a person who was a prosecutor accepting this arrangement.
Yes, Breitenbach shocks me a lot since this GNU thing happened.
And even comes out and talk later to say that I know we're going to deal with this thing in this way. We must continue. This is the situation. I mean, you ask yourself, but also, are you going to accept this situation?
I remember her being so loud and vocal when it came to Thabo Bester.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes. Procedure was followed there.
I felt proud. I felt like, you're this lady.
This is why I say that these ones of blue, I can never trust them, because they are only in it when there's something for them, in my opinion. You know, they always, it's like give and take. You know, you want to hide your shenanigans, we are going to take this much from you, and we are going to accept that.
And it also feels like something is being bargained here. That the
Obvious,
public is
it's
not
always
being
the case.
made aware of. There's some kind of a bargain happening between these two parties that none of us are having any clue as to what it is.
And in my opinion, I don't think that that bargain has anything to do with you and me.
No.
It is always about certain people, that some of them perhaps are not even in this country and are not even citizens of this country, if you ask me. And this is where the problem starts. I mean, we have a situation of Cape independence and all that.
Yeah.
That is brewing under their nose.
Yes.
And we have situations of people there and whatever that is happening that side, people dying like flies. And it's a known secret.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself how actually these people are dealing with these things, and they are claiming that we are for. And then you go and say, I'm going to cast my vote as a person of, but you are not catered for.
You're not
The only time they seem to be working in your favor is if they want something. It's like,
Yes.
we will make noise if you don't give us this. And then it aligns then with what you are thinking, to say that, oh, I also think that they should have done 1, 2, 3. But that noise will quiet down immediately once they get that thing that they want. And that's how the situation is. And then you go cast your vote and say, I'll vote for this. It's crazy, man. I'm not going to talk about these things, because once we talk about these things, yeah. But clearly, as a person, now you should look at yourself.
Yeah.
And we indeed now no, things are happening, man. I mean, these people, they talk about 1, 2, 3. When they have to overthrow a certain party that they feel that is not pushing their mandate, hey, they combine these people. They combine. Then after that, they fight. And then you say, hey, they are fighting for you. They are not fighting for you.
Nope.
They are just, in my opinion, capturing the key points.
Yeah.
Joburg being part of that, even Pretoria being part of that.
Right now, Ugo Helen says mayor for Joburg.
I don't want to bring names. That's why you once we talk about such things, yeah, but don't bring names.
Okay, let me shut up.
No, you don't need to shut up. Just don't bring names. You can't bet.
But it's the truth. She's been campaigning.
It's true.
She wants to be the mayor.
You know, and then you say that person is for you. And then immediately when they take over Joburg, the first thing they do is to hike the rates and everything. And that they are good at that. You'll buy electricity as if we are in America. You ask yourself, hey, but am I still in South Africa here?
Right now in Cape Town, a lot of houses are being sold to people that are outside of the country.
Yeah, the thing is, you see, knowing a lot, Nako, is a problem, because when you read and you go through
It's
these
stressful.
things,
These things are stressing us. We are stressed.
we discuss these things sometimes behind the scenes to say, but hey, it's difficult. And then you hear someone saying, Mina, I will cast my vote to, hey, you like, hey, this person,
You have no
this one,
idea.
this one has no idea what is going on. No idea.
You are stressing me. My blood pressure is going up.
It just boils. And ngapha kwagogo ziyakhala. Ziyakhala nakhona. Mandate is almost similar. In fact, if it's not parallel, just a bit disguised, but we are going to the same direction.
Yeah.
More so at this point in time.
They speak the same language sometimes. Sometimes.
The only difference is who's gonna do it. I think the fight, sometimes I feel like the fight is always about, I want to be the one doing it, sin to be doing it. It's no longer, for me the language is similar. It's mostly about, I want to be the one doing it. Oh, you want to take resources out? Oh, it's okay. I can do it better than you. But let's not talk about that. Let's continue to talk about this Chinese lady who was making some noise. Forget about, we're sorry if we touch you in the wrong way. Let's continue to the next level.
So yes, Miss Nancy, Xiao Nancy, came out with explosive information after finding out that her mother is being convicted with a very, very serious crime. She's saying there's a big boss. There's a big boss behind this thing, a very much untouchable boss. You know, there's gutless were a lot. I had to make notes, family. And he was she's saying that there's a Chinese a big boss, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying that this person is owner of a China Shield firearm in Bruma. And he runs a big business, and they're afraid. When she says they're afraid, she's referring to the people that were convicted. I think there are 6. And her mother is one of those people. And her mother is old. She's in her 60s, Tabanga, being convicted 20 years for a crime that YouTube rather doesn't want us to mention. But it's HT, the transporting of people from other countries for the purposes of labor, exploitative labor, and other things that are illegal. So she's saying that they are afraid that they will be killed by this big boss. And they kept silent all this time. So they've been going through this trial, not wanting to speak, not wanting to say who is actually the leader of the ring, who's leading this thing that they're finding themselves in. Because she kept emphasizing they are workers, they are workers, they are workers, and they don't have money, you know. And in the judgment also, there was a mentioning of a big boss. And in the judgment, this big boss is being referred to as Mr. Chan. And they're saying that this Mr. Chan, however, could not be found. And because they could not be found, that's how they ended up with all the charges. So they all thought that it's a small problem, as she was saying, that her family or these people that are accused, including her mom, they all were thinking that this thing is a problem and it will go away. It's just a small problem. You know, they thought that they were going to be fine. Nobody has really talked to them to make them understand how serious this is. And he's saying that their big boss is also lying to them, in other words, manipulating them, making them believe that they will be taken care of if they take the fall for this crime. And she's saying that they can't understand English, but she could speak English very well, and she was able to effectively communicate all of this information to us. We would have never known. We'd have never known. She's saying that there was a previous lawyer, and the Kruger is what she referred to this lawyer as. The Kruger, and he says that this lawyer knows everything. There was a first lawyer who represented the accused, and apparently he left the case, and then another lawyer took over representing these accused. And she also said that they are all lying. They're lying to them. Only the judge doesn't know. So according to her, the judge doesn't know what's going on. And the accused know everything. There's not only one boss. This is the main boss. And she took out a picture of Mr. Lee. You know, she said there are 4 bosses. Right? There are 4 bosses. At least 2 of them are in the country. So 2 of them are in the country and the 2 of them are not in the country. So we have 2 people that are higher up in this whole thing of HT, of making people work under slave-like conditions and forcing them and putting violence sometimes, because apparently these people in the charges, they were saying that the Malawians were being forced with guns sometimes and they couldn't leave the factory.
You see, I'm not gonna be popular when it comes to the opinion of such, and I must declare that properly.
Disclaimer.
It's a disclaimer that I'm not gonna be famous with some of the Africans. It would be easier to see such things if other Africans, they don't press on us sometimes. But it becomes very difficult to see if this is a marriage of their own doing, or this is just a forced one. Do you understand? Because when we have been talking about such things and saying that, hey, we are suffering, some of our brothers are not working, who are capable of doing some of the jobs that are being done by the so-called brothers of ours, which is correct to call these African brothers our brothers. But I'm found skeptical sometimes when you accept the suffering of your own brother so that you can benefit. And that is where I'm lost sometimes. So
there's this
extreme... when things are happening like this, I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted. South Africa has been infiltrated. And at large, as much as we say the Europeans, we know that is happening. We are breathing that. But also our African brothers.
They're not helping.
They have taken key positions that allow them to oppress us. Some of them. Some of them are doing the great job. They come here, they offer their rare skills, which is good. They come legal. It's good. Yes, the borders, you can say whatever you say about the borders. But because you have allowed yourself to be used against us,
you have created...
it becomes difficult for us to actually take action when we see it. Luckily for them, these ones that were forced to work under such circumstances, we don't know. When they took you from your country, how did you accept it? What did you think you were coming to do in South Africa?
They will say they were promised that they were going to have jobs.
The same issue as the rush. Yeah? Yes.
They were promised that they were going to have jobs. There's always one or two.
I never understood that issue of. That's why I don't want to talk about it. That issue of right. In your right mind, a country in that situation. I'm not gonna say in what situation. You know what is happening that side. When you wanna go and work that side.
How can there be jobs that are proper in such a country that is busy? You know. Busy. It's a very busy country, and
you think that you are going to get a proper job? There's a scholarship there. I mean, it's difficult to say this, but we must say them. In your right mind, when oh yeah, this is an opportunity. Let me go to
18 to 22-year-olds, females.
But that's not, I don't even know how to go there.
That already is a big
It's the same thing that is happening. It's the same thing. You know, we should be fighting for what is happening in Burkina Faso. We should be happy. We should be supporting such people.
I feel like
instead of doing that as Africans, the same Africans that have noise when it comes to how they should migrate into other countries in Africa, they are the first person to sell you out, to allow an enemy from Europe to come and camp there. The same people who are making noise in other people's countries in Africa.
Please show a picture of Mr. Lee.
I've posted it.
Guys, are you looking at Mr. Lee? Mr. Lee looks not like Chinese. I don't know if I'm the only one picking it up. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
I'm not going to confirm that.
But we will see. We'll see if that's him.
To me,
allegedly, that's him.
It looks like that. One thing for sure, I'll tell you, that woman, the way he was angry, was going to point that one out. I think, knowing the movies, I've watched the movies of this, he looks, yes, it does. It just looks more, I think, lighter. Yes.
Okay. But a point that I was trying to make is that the Europeans have somehow found a way of putting the illegals or our African brothers and sisters here, and then the South Africans here. Because I feel like to get to them has become more difficult now.
Because of our African
to
brothers.
hold them accountable.
No, that's a norm. It's a norm. That's how it is. Even now in South Africa, we have layers. We have layers. They came, they breeded, they made their own families, new families,
yes,
of a mixture of us and them, and then they have. It's a norm. It's there.
So that when we are talking about you have made things difficult, this is what we mean. And I see a lot of people are not getting it. They are thinking,
we are fighting them. Yeah, it becomes difficult. The day, even if we wake up tomorrow and say, now we want to take our country back, we won't be fighting.
No.
Exactly direct to we will be fighting our brothers.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm putting on the table. And this is where the problem is. And you think that is right. As long as it still benefits you, it's correct. So it's difficult to see even if people are suffering, it's not their own doing that they are here. It's very hard. It's hard. It has become that hard. You know, you don't know who's who. Even some of them, you find them in the SAPS. It's okay. They are happy. They are working there. Some of them, you know, it's because they are benefiting at the time. But they put you there for a reason. For a reason. When they come to collect and say, go do this to those people, to those Zulus or to those
so that
Spanish,
you're not exposed, or so that you're not in a situation where the Chinese have found themselves in today.
So these are
do
things,
anything.
These are things that probably even these people being arrested, they probably are arrested because at some point the boss refused something.
Allegedly, he doesn't pay. Those were some of the things that were coming from the trial. The Malawans are saying that sometimes they don't get paid. In fact, they were blaming Nancy's mother for not getting paid. And Nancy, on the other hand, is saying, but my mother, no, she's not responsible for paying. She has been hired to go and look at the books there at the office.
Nabo Nancy, how did they come here?
Good question.
They deserve Nabo to how did they come here? Unless they are going to raise their hand and say, we were also forced, which I think it's possible.
It sounds possible because she's saying that they're poor. Even the lawyers, the big bosses are the ones paying for the lawyers. She's saying that these people can't even afford those lawyers. They are not being represented by
it serves them right.
Lawyer.
It serves them right now. They come to this country, may render it a banana country. If they came here willingly, it's fine. Serves them right. That 40, 30 years, they deserve it. Because they come here to do things that are really are inhumane. The same things are killing our people here. You know, it serves them right. That for me, I'm okay. But I have to call out on our brothers. I had to, because we need to liberate each and every African country. We cannot do it like this. We cannot. We will never be able to do it like this.
It's difficult.
You know, if you look at what Burkina Faso is doing now, here's a very big question. What is stopping our neighbors here from doing that? Why should they go back and, hey, trade is blocking us, and then they are always making noise, hey, we cannot trade sanctions. No,
Burkina Faso
it's sanctions. They are functioning. You are crying to go back to the person who... You are crying, you want to go back. Oh, yeah, I want to go back. But basically, this is what the cry is all about. I want to go back there. The sanctions are there. How is Burkina Faso functioning? Why has no one from that country who has taken the journey and say, hey, chief, let's go to Burkina Faso. Let's go and listen to that brother, and he's going to tell us how he's doing these things. Can we join?
In the country that
because we are sanctioned in any case, can we join?
The country that was mainly responsible for taking their minerals and doing as they please in their country is now facing their own troubles.
Exactly. They're in tatters. France is in tatters. And you are telling me that, oh, we are sanctioned. It's because they didn't support us. Those ones who were supposed to support us, South Africa is to blame. You hear people reasoning. You're like, you are crying to go back to your oppressor.
You have everything. You own.
That's all you are crying for. If Burkina Faso did not happen today,
yes,
we would believe everything that Borutendo say.
Yeah, we would. Burkina Faso is thriving.
They're developing at a fast pace. And you know what? Because we Africans are very well good at that, they are going to flock there to disrupt the situation. That's a problem. Instead of looking at them and clapping for them like, wow, you guys are doing well, we're joining you.
We can also.
They are going to go there and they are going to tell us history. At some point we supported Burkina Faso, we stood with Burkina Faso. What the hell? You were liberated first. Do something about it.
Hey, they stress me. They stress me so much, guys. You don't understand.
We watch them reasoning. They go and study. They speak big English, and then, but your brain, man.
Oh God! And I'm like, why? Why can't we just be doers?
And they go support the same parties that are actually putting them in that position.
Begging them.
They go and support. They become the spokesperson of the same party. Hey, you're like, it's okay. But guys, this is not popular opinion. Obvious, I know it's gonna be difficult to fathom it. But all I'm saying is that I want to see Mozambique doing well. Mm-hmm. I want to see, without me having to flock there and go and stay there if they are doing well. Like now, Burkina Faso is doing well. It doesn't mean that now I have to go there and chill there. Africans. I must ask for them to.
All 54 countries, all of us must go now and chill.
And chill at Burkina Faso.
What is going to happen to the people of Burkina Faso?
Economy is going to crash. Obviously, it's going to crash. And then eventually, I would want to have my hands on certain things there. So I will allow those who want to infiltrate to use me
and
because of my skin.
Our African brothers and sisters who are watching us from abroad or anywhere else in the diaspora, South Africa has the highest unemployment rate.
Yes. And we sit here and we must say these things. Unfortunately, I was just now, when I got into it, I was listening to a video.
Yes.
A Zimbabwean being questioned who worked there, who worked at a certain college. Our people are suffering, bruh. They are educated. You know, Emil, I have a friend who's got a PhD, just got his PhD. He's not working, bro. He doesn't have work. He
With a
just got his PhD at UP. Yes.
With a PhD.
He's not working.
Guys, you don't understand.
And we are happy that we are occupying such position. That PhD man can go there and be a principal in that college.
Yes.
He's more than qualified.
More than qualified, but guess what? He will not even, or they will interview him for show. That's usually happens. That's what usually happens.
And should we be happy for
just
that?
Show up.
Should we be happy that, okay, our brothers were assisting? Yes. The assist that we must give is that if anyone wants to come to Africa and destabilize one of us, we will support each other, but not overburden each other, to be quite honest. We know this constitution, we've been saying it's a bullshit constitution that we can ever see in a country. This constitution is bullshit. But our brothers are using it
against us.
Against us.
Against us. Not against
it's
the
okay.
oppressors. Against us.
Against us.
Not against the government. Against us. Against us. So that's the difficult part. It's very difficult.
As a person who's working, I can have a wife. I cannot have my wife go and give birth into a public hospital because it's full. That he might even actually die because, you know, they have even created a strategy. Our brothers from other countries and sisters, they come as an emergency. You know, when they come to give birth, they don't just come and wait. No. They come through the clinics and then they go. But your wife is sitting there. People have died. Our people have died also. I know that it's people will say
waiting to get operations.
Yes. So as a person who works, now we have our so-called beloved government also speaking about paying NSFAS, putting us in credit, blacklisting us. So now probably we're gonna have to pay for that. You buy a house, you obviously take a loan. You have to pay for that. You take a loan if you want a car, pay for that, and you have to pay.
High.
You have to pay the income tax.
Yeah.
You on top of paying that income tax, you still have to make sure that your wife and you are on the medical aid, because that's the only place where your wife can actually give birth properly without having to wait and praying for his life. Do you understand? And it's okay. No one talks about that. No one talks about that. Every time we talk about that thing, it is called a certain name. You know, it's a fact that our grandmothers are sick. It's a fact.
They have to wake up at 4, not even wake
so
up
imagine
at 4.
a situation
4, they
where
have to be at the queue at the clinic.
Can you imagine the situation where I work? So now I have to put my mom under medical aid because our hospitals are full.
Yes.
Because our hospitals run out of medicine.
Yes.
Because of the constitution. And our brothers have taken a position. They've created some right, human, whatever that is there, is fighting for them. No one is fighting for us. So how are we going to sympathize when things like this, and how are we going to see if it's their own doing or not? It becomes difficult.
No, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
We are conflicted every day. Because every time we talk about this thing, someone comes and gaslights us. You South Africans. Hey, you South Africans.
Why are you coming to a country with the highest unemployment rate? What do you think is going to happen when you land here without taking the legal steps and legal process and being patient with putting in your application there at Home Affairs?
No. The very same people who are going in jail.
What do you think is going
these
to
ones
happen?
of Asia, they don't pay tax, these ones. We pay tax. You know, every year, now and then tax increases.
Yes.
You know why? Because our population is increasing at a rapid level
Yes.
where it cannot be explained. Not because we're giving birth, because we have our brothers that we need to take care of.
And now they're also wanting to tax the
Now-
influencers.
Now they want to now tax influencers. Now they want to tax students who are studying. And it's us. Remember, it's us who are using NSFAS.
Yes.
It's people of...
Who already have nothing.
It's black people. Yes.
So that is where we are.
So, in a sense, we are going to work. But come end of the month, whether you're earning 40 or 50, you are left with 1,000. How are you not going to be angry?
You're going to be angry. And if you are coming in from a different country and you don't have papers, your best bet is doing work that is not legal most of the time.
And when we say that, they say, you guys are consumers. You are allowing us.
It's
Can
the
you
only
imagine?
way you can win. The
Can
only
you
way you
imagine?
can win.
You have that conversation. They say, you guys are consumers. What can we do?
So that's where it is at.
There is a country that I know. Everyone has a store.
Yeah.
Everyone has a store. Everyone. They come here to build tuck shops. Those tuck shops that barely has a person who buys in it or comes out with bread or anything. It's either they
But
are...
it's still there. It's still
It's there.
standing.
In fact, it's renting in town.
Yeah.
It's
Very
always
high
occupying
rent.
a certain corner. And we are brothers. We are brothers.
How do
You will never find these people at least working go shop right. Never. That country, never. You can never find them working go shop right.
No.
Never. They tell you food we will never do that. So who are they? It's us. Suffering financially. We try to go buy a proper cigarette. Next thing is mixed with certain things. Next thing you find yourself addicted.
You are hooked.
And then people are saying, you are consumers. I mean,
Now
it's
they
not
are
fair.
finishing the young people
Every
with
corner.
bubbly. So if you've got a child who likes to endure or dabble with such shit, just convince them to stop. I don't know how you're gonna do it, because apparently they put it in that hubbly bubbly that young people love so much.
So every corner, corner to corner, we have to suffer. Corner
Next
to
thing,
corner. Sivika
they are
sivika obhuti bethu laba sithi obhuti bethu Africa. Siphinde sivike nalaba ke abamhlophe na.
Yes.
Sibavika bonke. And masithi sivika ngapha ngena ngapha.
Nah, but they found a way that, okay, this is why this works.
They
this
front with them.
Yeah.
They use them.
They use them because it works. It works to hide them. They are hidden. It's very difficult to find out what crimes they're getting up to. And they are. It's not just people of color. They are also. There's a lawyer.
They
There's
are
a
big.
lawyer
They are
who was
big.
shot in the boardroom of his office just last week. Brutally. They got into the boardroom.
I don't even want to get into these things, guys. But the aim was not to attack, but the aim was to teach. At some point, we need to talk about these things. They are uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. You know, people come here, they create camps here. Some of our brothers, they go back as an army. It's okay. We should keep quiet. They are not fighting anyone, by the way, at home. Everything is running normal. Just create an army so that they can go create chaos in their countries.
Yeah.
So if you happen to hear this and hear it in the wrong way, sorry, but it's a fact, guys. We need to talk about these things. We need to talk about these things.
We have found a way of cushioning some of the most cruelest individuals in the country because of this issue and tiptoeing around it. criminals are having a blast. Kumnandi.
Yeah, and they are going to enjoy.
They're enjoying.
You know, one day we will talk about the issue of illegal mining that is happening. Who's being used there? Our brothers. And are you telling me that a person comes and dig halfway? It's like, okay, we are done. We are closing because of 1, 2, 3. We're gone. Next thing, we have illegal miners there.
No, it's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence. They are continuing digging for free, basically.
Yeah, now it's for free.
Now it's for free. No, they don't have to pay tax. They don't have to hire people.
South Africans.
Yes.
They don't have to adhere to labor laws. They don't have to. They don't have to answer to the government.
That's why we, when things are happening under the thingings, we have to use our resources to take those people out. Where are the cases of those people?
They've disappeared.
We had the media
vanished,
standing there for days talking about Kenyans international, what internationals. Where are they now? For days we were listening to those things. What is happening? Illegal mining. Hey, people are dying. It's quiet now because there is always what do we call these people that creates an organization. There's always some organization for every crime, man.
Chapter 9 institutions.
Close that thing. You know, people are fighting for everything, but to close that thing. Close that thing.
As a Chapter 9 institution, why are you okay with people working like slaves? Underground, under slavery conditions. They don't even have protective gear. Anything can happen. Putting their lives at risk.
I don't care.
But why
that?
is their priority not that? Why do they always come when the police are trying to do something?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because...
Why is that not their priority? Why are the priorities so swapped and warped?
They don't care about that. They only care about what brings money to the non-profit organizations. Non-profit that thing is...
We are going through it. I don't want to lie. We're going through it. We're traumatized.
But it's fine.
We are traumatized, guys. We are not okay. Okay, we are not okay. So just sharing a bit of thought, and without fighting with anyone or without making anyone feel some type of way. But Nani, you know, right is right, wrong is wrong. And some of these things are not even happening in your own countries. They're not.
Yeah, they even say it.
They even call us the Banana Republic.
You
We are the
know,
Banana
there was a
Republic
situation where I had an encounter with someone who was pouring water on the tire road that had soap. You know, where after washing,
they didn't potholes. I think.
So I asked him, "Is it happening in your country?" He's like, "No, in my country is the most cleanest country." I was like, "Wow." So you can do that here, but your country is the most cleanest country. It's sad what we have to go through and tolerate under the name of borderless Africa. I fully concur with borderless Africa, but let us fix each and every country first. Let us have same life in Nigeria as in South Africa. Same everything. So that when you come to South Africa, you don't wish to stay that long. It's like we are visiting an auntie from a rich family to another rich family.
For a vacation.
Yes.
To come attend a conference.
I mean,
and then you leave.
How can you have a president that is running a country remotely?
Tinubu is in Italy, guys.
It's fine. Let's close now. It's fine.
Hey, guys, we'll see each other again tomorrow.
Press the like button, guys, if you can. I know it's difficult. These are difficult topics, but yeah. Just press the like button, man. Either way, you're gonna love us tomorrow because we'll be talking about a different topic. So we are not staying in one topic, but press the like button.
Every now and again, we have to remind you guys because kunzima for us South Africans. It's not easy at all. Wanyiwa. We are surviving.
Siyazama,
guys.
you can never survive with one saral at this point in time.
No.
Under this economy, no.
No. Under this economy.
You need at least 3.
You need at least 3.
And I used to hear Americans say that you need at least 3 saral. Now I understand what they meant.
You need to have 3 jobs.
And it's impossible.
It is impossible.
Right. Thank you, guys.
So, guys, thank you so much for listening to us, and share your comments down below. Let us know what you think about this interesting conversation.
Interesting. It's an uneasy one.
Yeah, it's an uneasy one. I can see when the phone lines are dry, but we'll see each other again tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys.
I didn't wish the phone lines were on. I know what's going to happen. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, before I go out, look, I even forget. Linda Ntube, thank you. Tembelani Kanye, thank you. Lindiwe and Ndendeni. Thank you. Hositsile, thank you. Pinky Nziba, thank you. Tinking Kosi, thank you. Marisane Mushala, thank you. Snesbia, thank you. Levi Messiah, thank you. Mulenga Muila, thank you. Laura, thank you. Fiso Sindan, thank you. Lindiwe, thank you. Olan Jr., thank you. Backyard Mechanic, thank you. Lindiwe Ngwane, thank you. Zodwa Dlamini, thank you. Nanjelop, thank you. Chief Mkhonto, thank you. Malebo, thank you. Sbongile Mlangeni, thank you. Mavui, thank you. Sizwe 18, thank you. Spatisiwe Memory Shabang, thank you. Mojalifa Lebusa, thank you. Jalda Linda Mkhwebane, thank you. Resbone Laura, mentioned Laura, thank you. Cynthia, thank you. Asbone, Raul Robel, thank you. Sabonga, Elizabeth, let's also thank you. Sabelo Buktiko Dlamini, thank you. The shopping girl, thank you. Kuliso Mudao, thank you. Adi looking good, looking beautiful. Amen. Sugar Charlie, thank you. Dumsani Munyoro, thank you.
And he's saying that he got his citizenship in 2008. He was here since 2003. And it was under the former administration. So it is possible to come through legally. And David Dumsani Munyoro is showing that.
It is.
So
we appreciate that.
Yes.
We appreciate that. I don't have any problem with things being done properly because I know also there's cash injection that happens during that time. I'm happy with that. I never question that. What I question,
but it's a normal pace. Listen,
is a
2003
misnomer.
to 2008.
Yes.
So it means that there's been a process.
What I question is a misnomer.
The
A
misnomer.
misnomer, I question it. We appreciate people who get proper citizenship because there's man is everything. You do everything properly. Nicolicia Mahlo, thank you. Dumsani Mior, siyabonga kakhulu Dumsani. Engathi benganda abantu abafana nawo. Ntokozo Mpele, thank you. Ubuntu abantu ezweni. Mamfuneka, siyabonga. Press the like button, guys, on your way out. If I didn't mention you, George, I saw George here. If I didn't mention you, no. Oh, it's not George. Hey,
Why am I struggling to find the name?
Garehole letang. Hey, angas noma ngisho kahle. Please, I'll learn. Emel will teach me. Yeah, ngicabanga ukuthi bafethu sibonga kakhulu. If I didn't mention your name, Smangele Mncube. Aw. Malema, you are fired. No, shayile this time, Malema fethu. That's umuntu. Sinikeza ama flowers.
If we can talk about them when we don't agree, we can also talk about them when we agree with what they're saying. There's nothing wrong with that.
Africa, Maibuye, is an answer to most ills. Our movement is biased. Our movement is biased in total economic, political, and social emancipation. Oh, my boy. I guess born. Our movement. It's a new movement. There are few things.
Let's give them time.
Yeah, there are few things to fold. In fact, right now we can only look at the person. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but let's give them time. It's gonna be difficult though to gain support.
Yes.
In my opinion, it's gonna be very difficult. I think Floyd moved about 3 parties now, and yeah, the problem I have is the division that keeps on happening.
Too many parties.
To such an extent that a party that is not even supposed to be number 2 is number 2. That's a problem I have.
There's too many.
There's too many.
We need to slow down.
And you know what? We are cursed as South Africans. And I'll tell you why I say this. We are cursed because we have different tribes.
Yeah.
We are cursed because of that. It becomes even more, it is now becoming even more and more difficult to unite a black voice. It is harder now to unite a black voice.
It is.
So where do you think my boy is going to rank in terms of the votes? Obviously, it's going to be right there, maybe 1 chair or 2. And what that creates, it creates sellouts.
Yeah.
Tendencies. You know, we had a party in KZN. What is that party? We even forgot the name. The one that decided KZN. Mkhwanazi. It was
UTF. Was it no, it's not UTF.
It stems from IFP.
It came from IFP. Kanje, what was the name of that party? They were orange.
Who still remembers it now, today?
Hey,
they decided KZN though. They decided who rules KZN. Who?
Yeah, they did.
But they are not there.
With their 1 seat.
They are not there.
They did.
No one talks about them. In fact, they are dead. They will mushroom again as some what movement. Because they need to rebrand from there. I don't think the coming back with that name is going to help. The orange arrangement.
And they decided that 1 vote.
Yeah, decided KZN.
Who rules KZN?
Yeah, we cannot forget that.
NFP,
yes. NFP decided KZN. It did.
So for
But
people who are wondering why
even remember
isn't
that?
MK leading in KZN?
Do you even remember? Can you even remember that?
No.
We forgot. Namja just remembered as I was moving. NFP decided KZN. And after that, they are quiet.
That is why they will always fund new political parties. That is why. That mushroom. If you
see a party that comes in as a new party and it has a regalia that is now already given for free, you must know that party is not for you, in my opinion. I know it's unpopular.
That's the first sign.
It's a first sign. Or if they have money to book venues, but there is no masses, you know. And then if mostly they are followed by media, that's another sign that, certain media, you know, that moves around with you, you should know, lapha skanda mawe, skandi welele lokuzana. So into vele leyo, our conquerors that they are doing, they are making sure, and they are using clever blacks. There's a lot of clever blacks that speak and sound sober when they speak. They are more appealing to those people. They want those ones that are appealing, who are sober, learned friends. They want those ones. We have a certain example. A certain character is now chilling there at home. He was told long time ago, but he was he's now an analyst. He's got a party, but now all I'm saying is that there's always that clever one, you know. There's always that clever one. People who speak like us, you know, sound correct. And you're like, I agree with this person, you know. The way that, they understand.
Kind of good. They're just being used to gather votes.
To divide. They divide fair. But all I'm trying to say is that give it time before you move. You know, give it time and look at it, you know. Others are difficult to notice. Others are very difficult to notice.
So just consume everything step by step, bit by bit. Do not commit early. Don't commit too early. They must work. They must earn.
Mkhwanazi saying, Mr. Anonymous, what is your opinion about blacks being called non-white instead? Non-white. I think that is actually relegating us to number 2. In my opinion, I think we are number 1 in this earth. Yeah, because now we are deriving our position from certain people that I don't think
have the best interest.
No. It's not about the best interest. Being called non-white, it's like the white existed before us. So we're derived from them. No, it is. I wouldn't appreciate that. I'm okay with this one. I wouldn't appreciate that because I doubt I'm secondary. I doubt I'm secondary. So I wouldn't. I don't know what you think, Mkhwanazi, but good question. Thank you very much, guys.
And we also have other races. You know, we've got people that, you know, are not white, but they are not black either. So how are they going to be called if we are called non-whites? We've got your mixed race people. We've got people that identify more with their cultures. You'll find Indians, for example. You'll find people that describe themselves differently. So how are they going to be called? Who's going to be non-white? So
no,
it's fine. They created this mess. They must live with it.
No, guys, asval. Siyabonga. Thank you.
It's fine. Guys, we'll see each other again tomorrow.